would you ever want to collaborate with a kid on an Air Jordan?
I think that would be dope to collab with a kid to make a custom shoe, especially the Jordans, because it's retro. There's so many different colorways. There's so many different versions you can pick up. I think for me personally, it would probably have to be the 14s, just because that was the first Jordan I ever personally had coming up in high school. That was the shoe I wore my sophomore year all the way probably through my first year of college, North Carolina Blue 14. So if I could recreate a shoe, that would probably be the one I would recreate.
Recreating a shoe with a kid would be really cool, and the one I would choose would probably be the 11s. That's been like one of my favorite Jordans coming up, and I just love how they had the patent leather and the different colorways. So I think that'll be a dope shoe to make a custom design on.
I think Nike basketball is generally more for sports, and a lot of people only wear retros like casually, as like far as going out or things like that. And that's what I think is different with me. I like to actually dunk in the retros I have just because I think that's cool. But most people, they tend to just hold on to their retros for casual going out and not really to playing or anything like that.
One of my all-time favorite sneakers is probably the Yeezys by Nike, the Kanye West shoe, and I don't own it, so I'm trying to find a connect from Nike to get it. So somebody's watching out there. Holla at me. Young Hollywood, best dunker in the world, jumped over Blake Griffin.
For me, favorite shoe, I also don't own it, would be the Paranorman Foamposite. I think that's like the dopest foam out, and I know it's a Hyper Beast type of shoe, but I just like the colorway. I like the concept of it as far as the play off of the movie. I love that shoe. I don't own it. I wish I owned it, but that would be the shoe I would get for sure. For me, sneakers is a mix between a lifestyle and also a passion. It's a lifestyle because to me it brings a culture together, because it's something that people get excited for, like whether it's a new shoe coming out, waiting in line for it, or when you show it off to your friends. But for me, it's also a passion because I tie in my shoes to dunking. So whenever I have a dunk contest or I do a dunk show, or if I do an event with kids and I touch those kids' lives, to me it's something I can always remember. Like, okay, I remember I dunked in the 28s when I dunked in front of all those kids, or I did the NBA halftime show in these shoes, such as that. So for me, that's the mix between the two.
Sneakers mean to me definitely the fashion part. I mean, I always am looking for a dope shoe and something I can wear on the regular, and that I can match with a lot of stuff, and that's still hip and cool. And function is definitely important too, because like with my training and my dunking, it's always important to have a comfortable shoe and something that you feel comfortable wearing. So definitely both they go hand in hand. Like it's half and half, I feel.